Hello, hello, and happy, what is today? Tuesday. There we go. And it is a fun day today, let me tell you. All right, let me just get everything moved over and we're going to get started. We are on page on the construction, this one. But before we get started, I know this kit's been a little backwards. And we didn't have the kit for me to show in the first video, so I'm going to go. Well, hi, Peggy. I am going to grab my kit so that I can show you what's coming in your kit. But I do want to let you know, I know, you guys, I'm so sorry that we don't have any more kits, and I'm going to tell you a few things why. It's not because I don't have paper, but whoops, let's see. Oh, this is for my kit. Okay, that's our little packet. I've already gone through there. So you're going to also have the little packet with your tags. Mine's short, 2 design tags, but I've got those. Your tags, all that stuff's in there. Your acrylic acetate. Let me see. Okay, I'm just checking because there should be a little piece of acetate in here. So, okay, I'll check the kits before anything ships out tomorrow because they are all just shipping out tomorrow. Okay, we are really getting our crap together. In the midst of this, we had the Seasons of Creativity, and all of a sudden it was like, so you're going to have this cute little packet. And that is one thing, too, I want to explain. I did show you the seam binding, but you'll have, so you've got your little charms, you have a flower, you've got your twine. Now, your lace is going to, there's a couple of different styles because when we kept selling more, I had lace, but not the exact. And that big one that is on the original album, yeah, there's no more of that. And of course, this has been all hand dyed with the seam binding. And then you have a little piece of tulle we put on a tag. And then of course the hand dyed seam binding. So that is all in a little bag. And the nice thing is the tutorial's done. So you can get your book set. Okay, there is your, you got one sheet of each of the 8x8s. You'll have your pre-cut chipboard. Then you have a full package of gold, very shiny. Okay. You have your white matting cardstock. And then you have a full pack of the 12x12, which you're going to have plenty left over. So that's, and then we have the Simple Vintage Woodlands 2 sheets. And it does have that map on there, but you don't see it. See, I used it here, and it doesn't really show, but that will be used on the cover because, yes, they run out. Oh, sorry, because we use the back side. That's why it doesn't show. And then you have your 2 sheets of the Simple Vintage Belief in your kits. So I do have to use some of that and that. And of course, we know I need my gold. So for right now, though, I'm going to get everything kind of put back or put aside. I don't want anything ruined. We're going to work on. All right, now you're going to have plenty left over. Using, a different setup, you could make another album almost, or well, you could just using your. All right, I won't put you through that. We're just going to set this aside until I need it. I won't need that, so that can go back. We're hoping to be able to make more kits, but the problem is the lace. It's not the seam binding. I can dye that, and of course you've got all your little implements in there. I know a lot of you wanted it, but don't worry because we have something new and exciting coming very soon. That will be replacing the Seasons of Creativity box because I know you guys just love kits and I love making them for you, but we run out. And I feel really bad when we run out. Okay, so tonight, let's get started here. We've gotten all the basic construction done with our book. So tonight, we're going to finish our pages up. And then we'll be able to move into just matting. And we'll create our little pullouts that are fun. And then our two little pockets and our little mats. We'll see how far we get tonight. Oh, I think you're going to love it, Diane. And we're so excited. We were shipping out the Seasons of Creativity. And that's kind of like when our brainstorming and planning gets into overgear and we start journaling and just fine-tuning things. And it's just really fun to be able to bring you this fun stuff that's exclusive and Country Craft Creations only. You guys are going to love it. And of course, we want it easy on your pocketbook. All right, let's just pop on over. We got our vertical pocket in. So the last page for the front is where we want to start. We're back to cold now. So the furnace is on, and me and the furnace and the dogs, I have to do Benadryl every night because of allergies. And they're terrible, but they're livable, so we're okay, right? All right, you guys, you ready? So I want to do the front. This is the front of page 4, and I know I said I would get this up for you. There are some errors. That was the problem. That's why the PDF isn't in Scrapbookers yet. I will get it there. I will get it there. But still, go ahead and write this down. So we have the front of page 4. We need 1 7 by 8.5 to start with. So I have to use a full sheet. Oh, come on. I'm just going to go short of 8.5 because that's our length. So our first one is 7 by 8.5-ish. Diane, that little poop, let me tell you, he was on when we came home with groceries on Sunday after we go get groceries. And he was naughty. And he wouldn't give it to me. He took off with some other groceries. That boy. Okay. We have a lot of strips left over. Well, not a lot. I think we're getting down here. And these little short ones we are going to be using for tags and pockets here very soon. But we want to we can even take it from the one we just did. But we need, yeah, see, we're down. So these are going to be 4 inches by 12. And you want 2 4 by 12. That's my first one. When I change the sheets on the bed, I have to shut the door. They try to take the covers. They try to run. They are just naughty. And actually, those were my last 2 strips. So I may have to cut into another sheet because I need 2 3 by 12s. And we basically use up all of our pieces that we've cut for our pages. Put those there with those. So I need 1 more 3 by 12. Yes, but we love them, don't we? The first thing we want to score, let me get on my pieces and parts here, is the 7 by 8.5. Again, I cut it just a hair short so it wouldn't hang over the edge of my book. And we are going to score this at a 1/2 inch with the 7-inch across the top. We're going to score 1/2 inch. We're also going to tie, I did a tie, so seam binding will go back here behind the paper. And then it's going to go back here. So we don't want to put this down until we put some seam binding on. And let me just get a quick measurement before we 12, pulling it tight. So we want to cut about a 20-inch piece, 2 20-inch pieces. And let's start with the 4 by 12-inch pieces. We're going to score the 4 by 12 and the 3 by 12 all the same way. We want to score these at 4 and 8. Let me just, I don't think I turned that over. No, okay. Whoops. So 4 and 8 and 4 and 8. And it doesn't matter, the 3 and the 4s will be scored the same, 4 and 8. And 4 and 8. Hi, Miss Janice. We got Peggy with us here tonight, too. So we got the whole gang. It's really fun when we're all together. 4 and 8. Okay, there's our scoring. Excuse me. Now, the thing is, now I've got my paper. And because we do want to, we do have to mat this page before we put down the those little fold outs. Okay, let's go ahead and miter these corners. And so what I want to do is I'm going to I can go ahead and mat this. So matting this, now that I've got my paper, such a relief. And what did I do with it? I put it over there. It's stressful. See, I have to wait sometimes too while it's being printed. Okay, so I'm going to use, this one is going to be on the back when you get yours. Hi, Lori, and I'll use that for the inside. And the outside is going to be the fireplace. And it's towards the back. So I cut it because I wanted it to look like we were going to have a party. So you're going to want that sheet when you get your papers. And then before we put down this, and I'm going to use, I'll show you, we use kind of like scraps because I wanted to keep the party element kind of going. And out on the town is the last page, which you have those. Hi, Linda, which is going to be the back here. So you'll need the 2, well, there's 3, so you'll have 1 left over, but it will get used inside the book. So then this is going to be, well, we're going to decide because this was that different paper that they're out of. And so we will make a decision when we get there, which one we're going to use. Because that one yeah, I think we'll figure out here in a minute. Okay, so now this becomes 6.5 by 8.5. So for the front, what I did here, and we'll want seam binding. So I cut it here from the fireplace side. What's nice is it leaves you this beautiful window side if you want. And then I didn't even cut that down. Okay. Turn the banner, my heart banner, so it's going to the 8.5, which is 8 3/8. I wanted the emphasis here on the fireplace. And then I do need to take off 1/8 of an inch because I cut mine at 6.5. Sometimes it's hard to see on that side. And then on the floral piece, which is your floral and your harlequins on the back, I'll just cut mine. We're going to repeat 6 3/8 and 8 3/8. And then for the base of our page, you'll have to use the second sheet. And I've been working with 2 other albums, so let me remeasure this so we don't cut the wrong size. Yeah, our pages are 7 by 8.5. Six 3/8 by 8 3/8. Okay, we'll get our inking done. And I'm going back to my over coffee. Then I have my floral that will go, yeah, that's on the back of the flap, the big flap. See, our fireplace will go on the front. And because I should have checked my fit real quick. No, we're good. Love over coffee. It just blends so nice with this. Okay. Before I get carried away, I want to put the seam binding down because you know how I managed to mess that up. And it's going to go in the middle at 4 1/4. And this one is a little bit lighter than that one. I don't know what happened, but that's okay because they all just look great with it. Sometimes you just can't tell how it's going to come out of the die. And sometimes you just can't find the end, so you make one. because you've got plenty. So we determined, I'm just going to go to 24 inches. And sorry about it. I don't know about you. I love this after it's been dyed. It's so fun to work with. Okay. So it has to come over, remember the front. That will be for the opposite side. I'm going to kind of flatten, crinkle out there. So it's smoother underneath the hinge. And then just trim it if anything's sticking over. Hi, Vicki. So it's going to go across the front. Me, or does that seem a little low? No, it's fine. 24 inches is probably too much. So if you're not working on yours, go ahead and just go with 20 inches. You'll be fine. Okay, the fireplace goes down first on the front. I just looked up, here at 6:30, so this is exciting. I can still see outside, which is awesome. We're getting closer to those longer days. Okay. So you guys aren't, I know a lot of you don't have your paper, but when you do, grab your book because you'll have it here by the weekend. You should have it between Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So we're going to attach this to the left-hand side. And I do feel like I'm a much more with it. Monday was a Monday. So was Friday, last Friday. So Monday was crazy though. Even my husband was like, I'm staying away from you. Not only are you dangerous, but you're grouchy. Really, that doesn't happen too often, thank goodness. Oh, I forgot to mat the back. I was going to mat it before I put it in the book, but that's okay. It's just as easy. It's just kind of, I like flat surfaces. I'm even okay if it's a little bit chilly and, cold. I just want the longer days. I don't like these short. Let's get dark at 5 o'clock because all we want to do is hibernate, and that's the wrong one, I think. Hold that thought. It's not, it's too big. Let's see. It is, it's too big. Okay, I have to clean the cutter here in just a second. And that's why we always do what? We always do a dry fit. And I forgot, and now I don't have ink on there. I just don't have time with the glue drying. So it's in the inside. That's okay. Well, see, that's what we were having last week, Janice. We had in the 50s. And now we're having in the 30s and the 40s. So your weather is heading north and or heading out here west, which we need. We do need. All right, we're safe. All right, let's do a dry fit. Now, seam binding. Because it goes down first. What am I looking for? Oh, my piece. Oh, there it is. My piece of seam binding. Yes, we do, huh, Peggy? Kind of my guide. Make sure we're lined up. I think we're good. Yeah, 20 inches. Yeah, I cut too much. You don't need 24. And you may even want to just measure yours yourself. But I'll use what I cut off on tags. Okay. See, I want to have that kind of snow. I want to see the beagles go out and play in it. Yeah, that's way too much. And I need to go ahead and cut it because I don't want it, in my way. So I'm going to come down about 6 inches and make my knot. And that way it will not it won't unravel. And then that's a perfect piece to tie on those cute little tags you have in your kit. So we'll just set that aside. And nice, it will be nice. Right now it's just out of my way, floppy bow. Okay. Inside, before we do that, we need to fold, and we're going to need to mat. Like I said, I have to mat this one a little bit different than I did the California album with those papers. So let's start with our 4-inch. I'm going to start just like this one's going to be the bottom. So I'm going to fold over to my left. Turn it this way so I can keep it straight. Linda, right now, I'm so sorry. The kit is sold out right now. The problem is I can't get those cord. We've got the gingerbread checkered. I can't get some of the papers from Simple Stories that I put with it. Or right now I'm out of lace. So Lexi is going to see if we can get some more kits made here next week, and then we'll let you guys know. Okay, so this is going to be the bottom one. As you can see, it goes this way. We're going to go up on the ski slope and then down the ski slope since it's winter. Okay. And then for the top one, see, we're just going to reverse it. So you'll have that on the right. For the bottom, that will be on the left. Excuse me. I'm going to fold to the left. And we have something really new and exciting that's coming up that's going to avoid that problem with the new collections. For those of you who love the kit, but we are in the works and we'll be announcing it very soon because I hate when we run out. Okay, so this will go on the right. Oh, good. You had one of my knives, or you crossed them out because yes, I had that little issue with the, oh my goodness, with the hinges. I cut my papers wrong. Okay, so as long as you've got those two, we're good. Now we're going to do our 3-inch pieces. So just put this down to the bottom and fold to your left. I think I'm back on my game now. And then to the right. I don't know if it was planetary positions, but I had a weird start to my week. That's all I can say. It actually had started last Friday. And now it seems to have smoothed down. Thank goodness. Okay. Before these get put in our books, Linda, I will actually, you know what, Linda? I pretty sure I can make you a kit because I'm not going to be using all the ones from this one that I showed in the beginning because I have plenty of my stuff, the little packets. So I'll get with you on that and Lexi. We're going to start with this one. That's what I need to look at, you guys, because like I said, this was one of the issues that we had. This paper is gone. And so we're going to have to do a replacement paper. Let me see which one we should use. Now, I have plenty of my paper because I can print this at will. I just don't have what we decided to coordinate. You know, the stripes would look really nice with that. We want a dark, oh, that would look really nice. No, I don't want that one on there. Let's go with the stripes. Oh, I don't know. Of course, we use a lot of that at the front. So let's go ahead and go stripes. I think that'll go good. It'll coordinate well with this piece, and then it coordinates good with the florals, and it gives us that contrast. Now, if you have something in your stash too that might go, you can use it. Now, you've got a lot of gold. If you want these to be gold, so if you have the kit, you have a full pack of gold paper. And that might be really stunning in gold. It's going to really pop. So now we're going to work. These are 4x4 squares. Super simple. This one is directional. The front of it is our street. I absolutely love this. And then we have the stripes on the back. So we want to cut a 3 7/8 of an inch strip. We're going to want 2 of them. Remember, we're going directional, but we're going in a square, so that's not such a big issue. So 3 7/8, and we want, oh, we're going to need another strip. That's right, because we can only get 3. Oh, we only need 3. So we need 6 in total. Now, if you happen to have Simple Stories, their fall one from last year, and you have the coordinating pack of the checks and then solids, you probably have some of this red that go with it on the back side of the checks. Okay, see, these are going to match. And I did not do, yes, I did. I do the backs. So there's 2 on the back. So let's go with, because they can be different. We use the Harlequins there. I'm looking to see. I'll use Harlequins on both. We have plenty. So is that, oh, that's not big enough. They're going to be going the wrong way. Okay, let me double check something. Let me grab the other sheet. You have 3 sheets, so we're okay. I believe I only need, no, we're going to need 2 because we need 4. These are going to go on that back side. And I mean, you don't have to, but you can see them. So I wanted them to be finished. So we're going to cut 4 more 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. This just seems big enough, but it's not. And my 4th. We have to ink them all. Okay, then I'll do the backs. You can also use all white if you want for the center sections in just a minute, if you're going to cut down photos to put on there. Okay, that's done. Now let's move on to the 3-inch. Where'd it go? Okay, so for my 3-inch ones, for my 3-inch. Now when I cut these, so that's the nice thing. I'm going to cut these now because I have to mat them before I put them down. But when I matted them for the book, I had these pieces and parts left over. So I did not have to cut into like what's going to look like a brand new sheet. Actually, they were the tops of, and I'll show you. And so I know I feel like I'm wasting paper sometimes, but I'm not, because they actually get used on the other sheets. It's just we're kind of matting in the back because I was waiting for my papers. And I know probably none of that made sense, did it? So I will be cutting from new sheets, but you won't, because you're going to be matting. So what we'll do now is, after I get these 2 pages done, the album, I know it's kind of weird because I'll have page 4 all matted, some of page back cover, and we'll do the back cover, and then next week we'll go ahead and, because everybody will have your kits, and we'll move into matting. It'll all be matting and decorating. So your pattern, as you can see, needs to go like I'm doing it. We're not in the grooves or the folds. If I was paying attention, I would have, but they're pretty close in sequence. Oops. Looks like a cherry chocolate with that brown. I just love it. This one is going to be my bottom. So this will be glued down. So when I flip this over, these are the two that I will go ahead and mat. Because you do see a little bit. You do see it. You can, like I mentioned, leave it blank if you like. Just leave the brown, but I want to finish it. Okay. So just set that one aside and let's mat the next one. These guys. So my next one, so it's going to go, remember, this is going to be on my right side. So if you're using a specific pattern, it goes this way. It goes opposite of the other one. And there she goes, guys, right on schedule. Okay. Ooh, no, it goes this way. This way. So hold this one down on your right. Just fold that over if you're using a directional. If it's not directional, it doesn't matter. But because mine is directional, I need to make sure my direction isn't upside down. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to clean up our glue that's on the edges. Well, there we go. Okay. This is the one that's going to go down. And it's going to be down here on the top. This one will be on the bottom. So I'm going to set him aside and work with one so I don't mess things up. So let's take our first one. This is the one where it's going to go this way to give you a visual. This one will go this way. So this one goes to the right, this one goes to the left. I'm going to start up here. I'm going to turn my book upside down. Oops. The main thing is you want to be towards the top. Pretty much in the fold there, just because you want it to be together. It's really simple. Remember, I am upside down. So I have it on the matting, not the top of the page, on the top of the matting. I'm just going to flip this over. Try and keep it in the groove there. I'm going to add adhesive. There, I'm just keeping it with the matting. Making sure it closes nice. Oh, let me see the frame. Oh, you didn't put paper on it?
No, not yet. I'm just still playing with it.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we're good. That's going to close over. Okay, this one is the one that goes out to the right. This one goes out to the left. Okay. This one I can just put down. This one I needed to make sure I wasn't like over the line, or I wanted my page to close nicely. This one, okay, I'm just folding that back and we're going to match it with the bottom. That's the back. Okay, so those are ready, and let's mat the 3-inch pieces, and that's what's going to create our little thingy there. Now these, I did not mat the back because we don't see them. Okay, so we have one where this is flat on the right. So it goes like this. And this one goes like this. You have the two flat pieces. I'm going to start here with the top one. My top one has the right hand side. And it's going to come from the fireplace because I wanted this banner piece. And it's 2 7/8. So I'm just going to take it right off the top. And then we want 3 7/8. That one, and we want to keep them in a row. And put them back together appropriately. Then we're going to do this one. So this is the one where I've got the light post in it. I don't know if I'm too worried about the light post in it this time. Let's see how far I'd have to cut down. So I think, okay. We'll save them. So I took 1.5 inches off the top, but you will have scraps. So you may not, I don't think you'll have to do this. And we're going to cut it at 2 7/8 because it's 3 inches. And then we'll get our light post there. And then 3 7/8. Now I'm going to start at this end. I'm going to see what happens here before we cut it. Oh, I have it that way on the other side. Okay. Just trying to decide what end. Let's start here. 3 7/8. All right, that looks good. 3 7/8, and then 3 7/8. So it's 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. And 3. Okay, let's go ahead and get our edges inked up. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, guys. All right. So this is my bottom. My bottom is the street light. Okay, so I'll start with my flowers. And you can put photos on this if you want, or you can just look at it because you like the paper. Okay, I'm sorry. This is also the boring part where we just met. We're going to get to putting it together, the exciting part here in a moment. Okay, so this one, that was our bottom. This was the top, and it goes, there we go, this way. No, that's not correct. There we go. Okay. That one goes after the other one. Did I do it wrong? Sorry, it's chapstick time. It's so dry here, even with our humidifier. Okay, this is the top one. So I'm going to start here. Just kind of smooth it out. And I'm going to get a hold of my book here. And I'm going to open that. And you guys may already know how to do this. So I'm going to, this is going to be glued down right at the, matching up with my, what do you call it? Matting. Okay, then that's going to close and that's going to sit on top. So what we're going to do first, when you have this open, is this one that's going to be flat. And it just sits in the center, so we have a 1/2 inch at the top and 1/2 inch at the bottom. Make sure that's down good. I'm just going to flip that over and close that. And kind of mark where our glue will go. It's about 1 inch from the edge there. So when we open it, it's like that. Okay, now we're going to do the kind of the same here. Go ahead and open that flap. And once again, this is going to sit right up to where the door closes, but not into it, of course. Okay, then we have a 1/2 inch top and bottom. If you want to measure, again, just to the edge of the matting so your door will close. I like the stripes. And yet, see, you can still use your little, if you have that 2x3 printer, and you can still put your photos on top of the graphics if you like. Okay, let's flip that over, close. And once again, it should just be 1 inch from this edge. So once again, we close the 4-inch one and we just fold that over. Okay, there we go. And it will soften up, of course. Nice and closed. Okay, so there is that page. And then we'll come back and decorate. Okay, for the back, we have these cute little pockets, and then we're going to create the tags that will go into them. And so we do mat our page first. And I wanted to get my wording up there. So we're not going to cut, any of the top off, and that we need that bow. It's so cute on this page. And our pages are 7, right? Like I said, we're working on 2 other albums in conjunction with this. Okay, yes, they are 7. I want to cut 6 7/8. Remember, we want to keep that. So it's going to be 8 3/8. And then pockets will sit down here at the bottom. First, we're going to put this onto our book. And I'm just going to put that whole thing down on the page. Okay, let's make the pockets. And we're on the back of page 4, and we're going to be using, excuse me, we're going to be using these. Maybe. I can't remember if we have, no, we don't have anything that's 4 inches. So I have that other piece that I just cut. We want 2 pieces that are 3 3/8 by 4. And I'm going to remeasure that really quick. But yeah, these are the ones I had gone through. But that don't mean they're right. Okay, because they're not. It's 4 3/8. So we'll use that for the tag. So it's 4 3/8. Another reason I don't like to put the measurements up and then you go and cut and it's wrong. So it's 4 3/8, not 3 3/8. Oh, I have paper here. And they are 4 inches. So 4 3/8 for those writing down the measurements. And 4 inches, we want 2 of those. Okay, we're going to start with the 4 3/8 across the top, and you're going to score it 1/2 inch. And then your 4-inch will be at the top and score it 1/2 inch. 4 3/8 at the top and score it 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to go over my score lines on the opposite side. And our 4 3/8 is at the top of the scoreboard and score it 1/2 inch. Our 4 inches at the top, we're going to score it 1/2 inch again. And 4 3/8 at the top, score it 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to now do the opposite side. Right now, I'm just going to burnish the 2 sides on each pocket, and I'm going to lay it on my page. Oh, perfect. Yay. Okay, I can burnish the bottom, and then we'll trim our edges. Or not trim it, but miter the corners. It's a little close. And you can mat these before you put them down or after. And I think I'll put them down, and then we'll do the matting and make our tags. Okay, so I did cover the bed, and then I matched my pocket to the bottom of the matting, and they touch in the center, so that's where I want to get my fit. So you're going to have about 1/8 of an inch on each side. Main thing is I get my first pocket where I want it. So this one I'm going to mark with a pencil underneath here. Then I'll cover that little mark with the pocket so we won't see it. Something skinnier I can put in there. Second one's easy. We're just going to butt the two in this. We're going to butt them up in the center. At the bottom of the matting, or just even with the matting, and making sure our pockets are even at the top. Okay, our pockets are on. Then our pockets are a 3.5. Oops, 3.5 this way. And they're going to be 3.25 wide. And then I used the love. Let's see, I need a new sheet for that because we haven't really cut into the papers. And it's the back of the living room. I'm going to get this sheet. Then we're going to need, I don't think this one was tall enough. No. So we're going to need the other sheet of our city. This is directional. So I'm just going to cut off a 3 3/8 of an inch strip. And then, did I tell you guys 3.25? I told you 3.25. We want 2 3.25. And then let's see what size the tags were. Okay. 3 by 7. And I do believe these are 7-ish. Let's see. Yep, they are. Let's just go ahead and cut these down to 3 inches, and that will fit inside of our pockets. And we're going to score these in the scoreboard at 2.5. You could also round the corners and do a decorative. I didn't on this one. I know I usually do, but I liked them. I just left them square. And I won't put the lace on because we need to use the lace that's in your kit. Remember, yours is different than this, and I'm so sorry. I it was in the California kits, and I can't get any more. I was devastated. But we're going to use a piece that goes here, and then we're going to use the two. We're going to take it from what was left. Oh, there's my book. And now you may have some super fancy lace in your stash you want to use. So right now I'm going to go ahead and mat these. And when I did the matting in white in the back, and then we had that long piece left over when we were cutting the other page. And it's down here. So I put that on these flaps. And then on the inside, again, I used it here. And then that was a scrap. So I haven't cut into those yet, but I've cut into this one. So I'll use these floral tonight. Oh, and then this is 5.5. Should be, no, it's 4.5, and they are 3 inches. So that's good. Okay, let's go 4 3/8. Oh, is it really too short? Yes, it's really too short. Okay, so I may not mat them because I don't want to cut, which is just fine. Okay, well, we're going to mat ours when we get to cutting. Remember, we're kind of working backwards here. So I will mat those after we start cutting into all of our other papers. I don't want to do a bunch of cutting up right this moment. So I'm just going to pop them in there for now. And we're going to mat the back piece, and then that's where we're going to end tonight, because we'll come back next week and we'll start, now that I've got my gold, we'll start all this matting. Okay, let's mat the back here. With this one. So I want to show you something. So one thing you're going to notice, the inside back cover is the 12 by 12. This is why you have your 8 by 8. So when you get your kits, this piece here is your 8 by 8. So don't use it for anything else. You got one sheet of each of the 8 by 8s. So that's going to go here along with the Simple Stories, that burgundy piece, and then our gold. Now this one, what I did is I cut it from this flower side so that the lights are kind of hanging over. And our cover is 7.5. I'm going to do a double measurement by 9. Yep. So 7 3/8. We're going to turn it this way for 8 7/8. So you can still add a photo there. And those will calm down too once they're in the book, with the book shut for a little bit. Okay, so that is where we're going to end tonight. And I know we kind of went weird here backwards. And then no tutorial Monday. Oh, great. Well, this is the second one, Diane, that I know of that you've done. Awesome. No tutorial tomorrow. And I have to get some other work done. Thursday, though, in the morning, December daily, and we are so close to being done on this 2026 one. And then Friday, we'll be working on nostalgic memories. And then next week, Monday evening, we are going to work on matting the inside. And that shouldn't take us too long. Probably take us a day or two. But we got this back end done. We kind of got the back end done first. And yeah, once you get the hang of it, it works so well. But we got this back end done. And then we've got a couple of other little things done, but you guys will be getting your kits very soon, and then we will continue working on this. So have a wonderful day tomorrow, and I will see you Thursday morning if you're joining us, if you've got the December Daily 2026 kit. Then I'll see you in that class. Otherwise, I'll see you Thursday evening working on this. And then Friday, the nostalgic memories. Yes, Janice, thank you for being here. Janice, I hope you're feeling good and you didn't miss yesterday because you couldn't find us. Because I will find out and I will come after you. And I will nurse you back to health. You better not. Okay, everybody. Yes, have a great night. And sorry, I'm just got to move some things so I can get back to my keyboard and hang up here. Got stuff everywhere tonight. Oh, thanks for being with us, Peggy. Everybody, thank you for being with us. It was a good night. Okay, that's all I want to hear is that you are great. I know we don't know yesterday. It was the oddest thing, but I think it's fixed. And so we are ready to go for Thursday. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.